Hello, Marvel fans! What if I told you Marvel might finally be breaking one of its oldest, strictest rules? For years, the MCU ignored its TV shows like they didn't even exist. No real crossovers, no big-screen love for fan-favorite characters. But now, a new leak suggests that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. might be making a long-overdue return in the upcoming Avengers movies. And we're talking major characters. Welcome to Superhero Bowl, your daily source for all things Marvel. From breaking leaks and wild theories to deep dives into what's next for the MCU, we've got you covered. If you love staying ahead of the curve on Marvel's biggest twists, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what we've got coming. Now, let's break down this insane rumor and what it could mean for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Alright, MCU fans, remember how there was this super strict rule that the movies would never, ever mention the TV shows? But the TV shows, even on Netflix and stuff, would try to sneak in little nods to the movies whenever they could. There were never any real crossovers, except for the super popular Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's why everyone kept begging for those characters to show up in the movies. Well, based on some stuff that happened earlier this week, and a hint from Clark Gregg himself, a Twitter leaker is saying we might not have to wait much longer. Apparently some of those Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters might be popping up in the next 2 Avengers flicks. We're going to break it all down. But first, hit that subscribe button. Okay, so earlier this week, on Monday, Clark Gregg, aka Phil Coulson, posted a picture on his Instagram of him as Coulson, with the caption, "Let's go!" Now, these actors know we fans are super sensitive to this stuff, so he probably wouldn't have posted that unless he was hinting at something. But what happened next is even more interesting. It looks like it might not just be Coulson returning, but the whole Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. gang. The anonymous Twitter scoopster, My Time to Shine Hello, who, has been wrong sometimes, but also has a pretty good track record, tweeted a picture of Chloe Bennett's Quake with the 2 eyes emoji, like, "This too." So after years of fans begging, it looks like Coulson, Quake, and maybe some others from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. might finally show up in Avengers Doomsday, or Avengers Secret Wars, or both. Now, it's been a while since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended, but remember how it ended. Fitz and Simmons retired to raise their daughter, but Daisy, Quake, took off as a S.H.I.E.L.D. emissary, and last we saw Coulson, he was traveling the world. So if Quake's out in space, she probably knows the Sword astronauts, including Captain Marvel. She's probably been dealing with those incursion anomalies too. And honestly, even if you haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it wouldn't be hard to explain her presence in the movies. A couple lines of dialogue can establish a rich history between characters. And if she's in the 616, she'd probably know what's going on with the incursions. S.H.I.E.L.D., especially with the Sword connection, is on the forefront of that stuff. They even lost Monica Rambeau to another universe. So Daisy would definitely know Captain Marvel and be familiar with everything going on. And no one needs an explanation for Phil Coulson. Just drop him in, and everyone will be happy. The thing is, Feige has said they can't have 1 million characters in these movies. So it seemed like maybe Coulson and Quake wouldn't have time to be worked into the story. But the Russo brothers recently said that they're looking at the MCU as a whole, and basically everyone's on the table. Not everyone will get a huge role, but if it makes sense for the story, they're open to bringing back any character. And now, with these rumors started by Clark Gregg, it looks like it could actually happen. Ultimately, it'll probably come down to Battleworld fracturing timelines and characters from all over the multiverse colliding. It might not even be the 616 versions of these characters. But to me, even though Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. went on for a while, when I think of Phil Coulson, I think of the OG MCU, the original Avengers. So I think when all the different teams show up at the end of Secret Wars, one of them will be the original Avengers. Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff, the whole gang. And having Coulson there would just be icing on the cake. And if we're really getting crazy with possibilities, think about this. What if Quake isn't the only character returning? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. introduced some major power players, like Melinda May, Fitzsimmons, and even the enhanced Inhuman Yo-Yo. Could we see them in smaller cameo roles? Maybe Fitz and Simmons as multiversal scientists helping fix the incursion problem? Or May stepping in as a battle-hardened leader in a S.H.I.E.L.D. strike force? There's a lot of room for surprise appearances, even if they're brief. Plus, the multiverse makes anything possible. Even if the MCU wants to keep things neat and mostly stick to the main timeline, Secret Wars is the perfect excuse to bring in past fan-favorite characters, even just for one epic moment. And, let's be real, Marvel loves a good crowd-pleaser. If there's ever a time to give Coulson, Quake, and maybe even some other forgotten heroes a proper send-off, it's in a massive, multiverse-shattering event like this. So don't be surprised if we see more familiar faces than we ever expected. But what do you guys think? Are you excited about the possibility of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters coming back? I know you're all going to ask about Ghost Rider, but I don't think Marvel wants to go there right now, especially with the rumors of a new Ghost Rider in the Midnight Suns. That's a topic for another video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. See, there are a lot of rumors going out nowadays with Marvel, and in general with Russo brothers. Russo brothers recently said about those leaks. They said that the Avengers leaks were fake. But come on guys, we know how Marvel people work. First they leak, then they deny about everything got leaked. Great example is Andrew Garfield. We don't know if those leaks were true or not, but one thing is for sure that Marvel has took some inspirations from it. Or why would they ban people who uploaded those leaks? That's up for this video. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.